Hey guys, welcome to another deck profile from Team CC Card Gaming. I'm Benny, and I recently played in the OCE Webcam Regionals for September with this beautiful leader, Son Gohan and Higher Dragon Boundless Friendship. So let's go over the leader quickly. For those that don't know what he does, literally he swings, takes life, draw a card. Pretty much the first effect is irrelevant, but you can play a skillless battle card on the board. This gets 5,000 power, but that usually doesn't really come up. So yeah, we'll go over the deck profile really quickly. First of all, I just want to go over a super combo of choice. So we have decided to run 4 Krillin super combos, just simply because bottom deck, 1, draw 2, you get a filter to your hand. It's really, really good and awesome. Like, this is one of my favorite artwork, like Krillin kicking Garlic Jr. in the head from the anniversary box. I do have a playset of these in foil coming, so yeah, looking forward to getting all of them. And awesome super combo because you also get down to 4 life pretty easily because your leader self-awakens. So this card is probably the better super combo to play. Arguably, you can play one Zamasu if you want to as well, just to, you know, do some shenanigans, which is pretty good. And then for the main card of the deck, yeah, so this is Higher Dragon. So if you see this in your mulligan, you definitely want to keep this just in case you don't see it. Because when you're awakened, you do need this card. You can combo this card with your leader when you're awakened and draw a card. And you can also play up to 1 Higher Dragon from your drop area and draw a card as well. But the effect is you don't have to play it, it is play up to. So really good card. And the main reason why we're playing this deck is blue-yellow. So we are running 4 of the Zamasu Eliminator. This card is literally broken. So yeah, it's definitely worth its price tag. So pretty much whenever your opponent plays anything 4 or less, you're going to bounce back to their hand. And when this card comes into play, draw a card and it gets to rest a card as well. One of your opponent's battle cards. Really, really good. Going through the bread and butter package, so we're going to run the Aegis Bojack here, Violent Rush Bojack. This card's insane, so most of you should know what he does by now. Arrival blue-yellow for 1 yellow. When this card activates Aegis, you get to draw a card and restand 2 of your energy. Really, really good. This is always used mostly in tandem with hit rapid movement. So we also run 4 of the hit rapid movement here. Yeah, pretty much when you have a multicolor card in your energy area, this actually reduces the combo cost by 1, so it just costs nothing to combo, so it is a 5k combo. Thanks to Zhang, I did watch their video as well, so literally you can hardcast this card if you want as well, just for the removal effect. When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and place it at the bottom of the deck. If the time does come up, you can use that effect. Yeah, really, really good. Going over to some of the good cards of the deck. So we do play 3 of the Basil Fatal Rampage. So this is the old artwork and this is the new one. Unfortunately, I wish they were all the same, but I don't own 3 of the one artwork. So yeah, card's insane. Draw a card. If your opponent's 5 cards in rest mode, activate main, it gains dual attack, and then it becomes 19k. You can swing twice. This is one of the targets that you want to bean on and get value from. We do run 3 Mecha Freezer, Robotic Riposte. This card is also pretty amazing, actually. So when you have 2 extra cards in your either your energy or your drop area, so this becomes a 1 mana, 15k body. Otherwise, yeah, you can also play him as well and pretty much end your opponent's turn or get them to start resting some of their cards. So yeah, this is a really, really good floodgate. I think 3 is still the right number. Really, really good card. Alright, so we only play 2 of the Raiders Warcry. I know arguably some people like this at 3. He is a really good card, double strike, beefy body for 20, but he does cost 2 to combo, so usually use this in tandem with your Aegis. Literally Bojack Aegis, and then you can combo this into play, and then, you know, comes into play, draw a card, and you get to rest something as well. So, yeah, I think 2 is the right number for me anyways. This artwork looks pretty insane. Alright, so we do play 2 of the SS Trunks, Altering the Future. So this is the Unison for the deck. We do only play 2 of this. Really, really good card. It has actually overperformed today for me as well. I do consider running the Vegeta Unison of Fury in the future, just for some certain matchups, especially like something like Sin Shenron. I would rather have Vegeta, Unison, and Fury. So maybe that's a considerable sideboard card. But otherwise, yeah, this card is insane. Like dual attack, you want to bean him as well. He's one of your bean targets, so you can swing for 25 and get value off it. He's got really relevant +0 effects. So choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. If that card has an energy cost of 4 or less, you can negate its skills. And yeah, KO it, which is really, really good. And the -3 is insane as well. Literally, draw 1, activate main, then choose all your opponent's battle cards in rest mode and KO it. I did play Marco, and I was able to get this off, and I was actually able to clear 2 of his 5 drops and 1 of his 3 drops in rest mode and draw a card as well. So yeah, this card has been, yeah, I love this card, yeah. And the artwork looks great as well. And then we go into one of the best cards, and one of the main reasons to play yellow as well is obviously Vegeta's Final Flash. So yeah, really, really insane. Pretty much it negs the skill of one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier. Really good. So if they try to go for game with a quad strike, double strike, triple strike, you can literally negate it and just take 1 damage. Really relevant. Also allows you to pump your leader or battle cards by 15. Really, really good. And then we have, yep, another reason to run yellow is 3 Power of a Super Saiyan. This card has a lot of utility in this deck. I possibly might bump this to 4. It pretty much, when you have 1 yellow energy up, you can literally use the activate battle. And then rest one of your opponent's cards, and then you can also get a draw card as well, which is really, really good. This is used often with Bergamo, so a play that you do always is when you have 2 energy open, yeah, you use this here, Power of Super Saiyan, rest down one of their cards, and then when you rest a card, you can Bergamo to tap them down. I won a few of my games like that as well, so yeah, it's really, really good. Otherwise, this can be used as a 1-cost negate as well. So awesome. And then, not going to explain Senzu Bean, but yeah, Senzu Bean has always been broken since set 1. You should know what it does. This literally extends play. If your opponent's swinging with you with a lot of 15Ks, you can use this to defend, and that pretty much ends their turn, or they have to combo up and neg. But if you're going for game yourself, this allows you to, if you double bean on something like a Basil or a dual attack Unison, that becomes like value, right? So you get like an extra additional 10k power, 5k power for every bean that you have. So yeah, really, really good. Looking forward to the new bean artwork that's coming in the Mythic booster as well. So yeah. All right, going into some of the options that I run. So pretty much I ran 1 of each of these. So I'm starting to go through some of my 1-ofs in the deck now. So I do run 1 copy of Son Goku Absolute Annihilation. This card always overperforms, so I wish I had 2 of these, but I need to cut space somewhere. So probably my best of 3 list, I would have 2 of these in my 65, and probably 2 of the Lord Slugs somewhere in my 65 as well. So yeah, they both have their own utility. So this one here is really amazing as well. It's got Deflect Barrier unique, so pretty much it locks your opponent from using anything. If they're tapped out and you have this on the board, it's going to be hard for them to get out of it because they can't use any extra cards at all, namely blue. This card, Lord Slug, is pretty good as well because the Bond 2 actually comes up pretty often because you can probably get a Zamasu on the board. It's got Indestructible and it will never die, so this does have its utility. And when this card's in rest mode, yeah, your opponent literally can't draw cards from non-leader skills, so it turns off all their super combos. Really relevant in certain matchups. So I do have 1 of each of these. Going for the overrealm of choice. So I think moving forward, I will still run 1 of each of these as well. I think it's been like this ever since I've been playing Mecha Frieza. Just that they both have their own utility. Obviously, if you want to be more aggressive, you can swap to 2 fighting against Fate if you don't value the removal that Secret Identity offers. They're both overrealm 6 anyways. This is one of your bean targets. You know, if you swing with this, you most likely want a bean on one of these. So it becomes a 30k, 35, whatever, and then just swing at this. This is your game ender most of the time, pretty much anyways. Secret Identity has its value as well. Like if you're versing like your opponent's whiteboard or something that has a lot of weenies. I know the Goku Black that came up from the anniversary box picking up a lot of steam that plays 4 blockers. You can literally warp all their blockers with this card here as well. So this card is still really relevant in the meta, so I do like the 1 copy of each. Just allows that flexibility. So, and the deck does draw a lot inherently, so digging for your 1-ofs is actually not too bad. And then, of course, we this is actually a pretty aggressive deck. So you do want a finisher. So Feathering, Destruction, Champer, give something double strike, go for game. You're good. Another one of our finishers. This is pretty much Battering Laser, Swift Retaliation Cooler for those that don't know. Counter, really relevant. Especially against blue. I wish I had this in my hand sometimes. And then, I can, negate a baby hatch for this. Pretty insane. So it also has an effect. When you play this card, draw one card. Then if your opponent has 6 or more cards in rest mode, you can draw another card. So something you can do that people don't know. So if your opponent does have 6 or more cards in rest mode, you can actually hard cast this for 3 on the board and actually just draw 2 from it to replenish your hand. So this card is also really good against Cell Surge as well. Like you can use it at your discretion. But yeah, counter one of is fine, I think. One of the secret rares for the deck, Bergamo Ferocious Roar. So this card has been limited to 1 per deck now because of how busted it is. I mean, you could run more, definitely run more, but this is usually used in tandem with Power of a Super Saiyan most of the time, or if you have any other cards that can, rest your opponent's cards, like Zamasu or something like that, you can pop this out. Usually, any color that's not blue, and you're able to tap them out, it's pretty much lethal for them. So yeah, Bergamo is amazing. Secret rare of choice, still Supreme Kai of Time. I do believe this is the best secret rare to run still, because 40k body, offers removal for the deck as well. Insane. It's been my favorite secret rare ever since it came out. It's always overperformed. I do run the one-off Frost Deadly Poison. So this was a tech card that I decided to run because of Fu Shrouded Mystery. Yeah, like legit, when your opponent does Fu Shrouded Mystery, there's not a whole lot that you can do because it literally turns off all your abilities, and then yeah, I mean, pretty much you're just like waiting for your opponent to kill you. So, but unfortunately, this has only came up once today that I actually played this card, which was against Sam Russell when he played his the big Zamasu where he tapped 6 for it, and I was able to play this because if I didn't have this, I would have probably lost. But then I knew this was really important in the matchup, so I digged for it. I found it, kept it in my hand. I never pitched it for Aegis or anything. Yeah, just a good card to sit there until I need it for the right moment. So really good card. Not many cards in the deck can answer Fu Shrouded Mystery or like big bombs, but this card can. So worst case scenario, you can charge him for a dual color energy, or you can also pitch him for Aegis as well. So it is actually relevant in the deck. Like I think all decks going forward should run 1 copy of Frost Deadly Poison in their 65 somewhere. And then we do run one of the blocker negates. So this card's really cute. Freezes Army Reinforcement. I think one is good. I mean, if you see it, you see it. If you don't see it, it's also fine. This also allows you to take a life, play a blocker. So against aggressive deck, this helps as well. So yeah, nothing much more to say. These blocker negates are really good. I mean, you can run 2 if you want, and it won't be wrong. Like always good. Another tech card of choice, Aran Jiren Survival of the Fittest. This is just basically to answer Turning the Tide. I only versed 1 blue deck, but unfortunately we didn't get to 7 energy, so I wasn't sure whether he was going to Turning the Tide me or not. But if they do Turning the Tide you literally lose your whole big hand that you have established. So having this is just if you can see it, great, but if you don't see it, it is what it is anyway. So yeah, this is just to answer Turning the Tide. Worst case scenario, you can still use the counterplay, play this card, draw 1 card, and it's pretty good. Well, I mean, it's a 15k body as well, so not bad. And the last card I ran is Zamasu, The Plot Thickens. Yeah, so I've been hearing a lot of good things about this card. I only played it once all day. It is actually pretty good and relevant. So you do have to hard cast him for 3 though. So he does cost 2 blue and 1 yellow, which is pretty steep. But something cute you can do is if you have time to play this card, you can literally swing with him and choose one of your Zamasu Goku Black card, which is most likely your Zamasu Eliminator. Return it to his own hand, choose a different battle card, and switch it to rest mode. So this allows you to loop your Zamasu Eliminators, which is really, really good. You can try this as a one-off tech as well if you want. And it's also got Indestructible, which is a really, really good tag. So if you're playing against red, this card's not that good, but against most other decks, this card actually sticks, and you can swing at like Boo Unisons and stuff for 20, which is really, really relevant, right? So yeah, that is pretty much my deck profile. So my whole deck actually had 52 cards in it. So I'll just quickly go over the matchups that I played today. So the first round, I versed Ryan Aqua playing Kid Gohan. So that was a pretty intense matchup because I think we're both pretty new to the deck. So it was definitely a warm-up match for us to both learn about it. But yeah, it was really good. Oh, by the way, I did go 7-0 throughout the whole tournament. So I didn't drop any games. So yeah. So the first round was Kid Gohan versus Ryan Aqua. I managed to win that one. And then second was playing Virgil, also from Greensea Local. He played Cooler Meal. It was a close game as well. Because obviously I play a lot of battle cards. So yeah, it was kind of tough. Probably came down to the wire. Round 3 I versed Aaron playing Zamasu from set 10. Pretty much you just play Zamasu the Eliminator and try to lock them out from playing their Unisons and you're good. So that one got to turn 6. It was pretty good. I mean, if he lived for one more turn and he had Turning the Tide, he might have got it as well. So could have gone either way. Round 4, I versed Marco from my Dandy Locals. He played Red Broly. Always a tough game versing him. He probably had the nuts as well, actually. So he had the Broly 6. Broly 6 dropped me at one stage, and then he comboed it off. And then I was able to dig into a Final Flash, and then I knew when he comboed off his 6 drop, I knew he wanted to go into another one, so I Final Flashed the only 5 drop he had on the board, and he couldn't go into another 6, and pretty much that turned off his 6 and the secret rare play, where he wasn't able to finish the game, and I was able to beat him on the crackback. But regardless, he's such a good Red Broly player, like, yeah. We play all the time, like, I know how good he is, so he was probably one of my most difficult matchups for the day. Round 5 had a lot of fun. I got to play Dylan from Cybermen. He played U7 Gohan. Really, really nice deck. It's fresh to play something that's from the new set, and it's really spicy as well. So, and he actually draws a lot of card, an insane amount of card. He actually kept up with my hand size most of the time. Honestly, if Dylan was playing Cooler Meal, I probably would have had a rough time because this deck has trouble playing around Cooler Meal. But you can win, but it is I feel like it's an uphill battle in my opinion. But yeah. And then, yeah, round 7, I versed Sam Russell. Shout out to him again, Cyberman. He played set 7 Zamasu. His deck was super, super spicy. He kept all 6 of his cards in his mulligan. So I was like, surely this guy doesn't have Exodia and he's going to tragedy me on turn 3 or something like that, right? He did tragedy me very early. Unfortunately, for him, this is one of the very few decks that is actually really, really good at playing under Tragedy Overground. I was able to clutch that one out as well. And then round 7, I versed Peter Bokta from my locals. So shout out to Peter. You know, he always does so well. Like that guy he never stops impressing me. Like, and he played his own brew for Majin Vegeta. So yeah, it was a really, really chilled final. Literally felt like we were just like playing casual webcam games, and we're just like talking on Discord like how we normally chill, you know. And yeah. So that was my 7 rounds. I was able to win all of them. I did play in Gen Con as well, but unfortunately, there was only 6 rounds. I went X2. Quickly go over my matchups as well for that one. Sorry that this video might be a bit long. Round 1 was a no-show, so I was able to win. Round 2 was Red Broly. I was able to win as well. Round 3, I lost to SS3 because the main card that I needed for that matchup to win was actually to find a Kai Unison or a cooler counter to start stopping his floodgates. But unfortunately, they were so deep in my deck that, yeah, I didn't see it. It is what it is. So, and he played insanely well. Like he knew the matchup really well as well. So he knew to not play into Zamasu. He waited till turn 5 to play his Boo Unison. Just a great player in general. Round 4, I versed KP. It was a win as well, so pretty much I won the dice roll, fortunately, and I was able to lock him out from playing a Unison. He didn't see a piano as well, which was huge for me. Round 5, I played against a Cell Surge player. playing not Danny's build, but he played the Android 18 super combos and a bit of his own spice as well, but I was barely able to clutch that one out. It came down to the wire. I think when he was doing his solitaire for my hand, I went down to like 3 to 4 cards in hand. I was nearly about to lose if only he could, pitch a few more cards from my hand and make me go down to 0. So able to clutch that one, I was able to win. And then my second loss for the day was against Danny Win, playing Cell Surge. I'm sure you guys have seen how good that guy is. Like, yeah, it was honestly a blast playing Danny as well, because like honestly, he's one of the people that I look up to as well. So yeah, shout out to Danny and his team, yeah. So pretty much that's all my matchups for the day. So thank you so much for watching this video. I just want to give a quick shout out to all my friends at my local. You guys know who you are, you know, all the Dandy boys and all the Cardtastic boys. Thank you so much for always being there and supporting me. I'm glad I'm finally able to take the W for my team as well. So shout out to my sponsor and my team, Collectors Company Card Gaming. Yeah, I'm actually honestly so stoked. I never expected to win. Honestly, I just wanted to play, participate, and you know, just get my participation, get my player mat, and you know, just have a good day. That's pretty much about it. Honestly, it was a blast to hang out with all the boys as well. So yeah, really, really amazing. So last but not least, I just wanted to say, I mean, if you guys are looking for any singles, because we do have Mythic Booster and the new set coming out for Saiyan Showdown. So yeah, make sure you check out collectorscompany.com.au for your singles need. Honestly, thank you so much for watching this deck profile. If you could subscribe to our channel as well and keep up to date with all our latest content, that would be also appreciated. And I just want to say thank you to this beautiful Son Gohan Higher Dragon Boundless Friendship, because yeah, I was able to get a regional win with it. So really, really good. Cheers, guys. Big thumbs up here. Thank you so much.